welcome to the podcast. This is our show. I'm Ren.
I'm Stumpy, unfortunately.
And this is the show that y'all have been begging us for. Absolutely tearing us to shreds wanting this podcast. I've had a million comments. It's actually ridiculous. So this is our show. We're talking about kind of anything we want. Mm-hmm. And what are we talking about today?
Just introducing ourselves, generally, I think.
Basically.
Yeah.
Because no one's asked us to do this. This is all our own choosing.
No one cares about us.
Literally
We're just
no
random
one.
people.
But who cares? We can do whatever we want.
True.
So, why don't you go first? Tell them a little about yourselves, little introduction, your height, your weight, your social security number.
Oh, we're not talking weight here. That's not happening.
That's a different episode.
5'5".
I'm 5'4".
Lovely. I'm Stumpy. My actual name is Annie, though, which is probably what Ren over here will be calling me.
No, I'll probably be calling her Stumpy.
Okay, I hate that a lot, but okay.
I don't know. What are you likely to talk about on this podcast? What are things that you'll likely mention?
Probably New Girl. A lot. Lots of quoting New Girl. I don't know. Probably my failed career as a singer.
Okay, that's awesome. Did you try to have a career as a singer?
No, not a career. I just tried to major in vocal performance for a year and failed miserably, so.
Yikes. Been there, done that. That's a really relatable story that I think everyone can relate to.
Yeah, for sure. I have a pet cat. Her name is Perry.
Peridot.
I love her.
It sounds like I'm correcting you. Actually, it's Peridot.
It's short for Peridot.
Yeah. And we did get that name from Steven Universe.
That is true.
Yeah, that's where we chose that. Because we kind of decided on that name together. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was going to be Jasper. Because it was
because
like
of
Steven
Twilight.
Universe and Twilight together.
Yeah.
But then we just went with Peridot.
Well, the thing is, like, it does work for, like, oh, it's from Twilight, oh, it's from Steven Universe. Mm-hmm. But both of those characters kind of suck. I love Jasper, but he was a Confederate soldier.
Yeah,
canonically.
That's not great. Why did she write that in? It makes no sense.
I don't know.
Who knows?
She didn't have to do that, but she did.
Didn't.
Yeah, there's no going back. Anyway, and Jasper obviously in Steven Universe isn't good, so
yeah, no.
Peridot is good. Anyways, I'm Lauren, or just Ren, and I am okay with being called Ren as opposed to Miss Stump over here, who does not like being called Miss Stump for some reason.
I can't explain it.
I'm likely to talk about my boyfriend a lot.
Ugh.
I'm sorry. I'm just putting it out there. If you don't want to hear it, literally no one's making you listen to this, so click away. But it's gonna happen. I'm probably gonna talk about him. His name's Nathan. He's from Korea. He's hot. He's so hot. And actually, you want to know something he did last night?
Oh my, sure.
So how do I explain this? So basically, I usually keep my toothbrush. Well, we keep our toothbrush in the same cup next to the sink. But for some reason, I like to keep my toothbrush in a little, like, toothbrush holder case inside the cup.
Random.
But I stayed at our parents' house. Oh, we're sisters also.
Probably should have mentioned that.
Yeah, don't write any weird fan fiction. So, I stayed at our parents' house last weekend for a night, and I left that toothbrush case at their house. So, ever since, I think it was like Sunday, and we're recording this on a Sunday, so it was a full week ago, I left it there. I've just been keeping my toothbrush just like normal in the cup without the case. And last night, I went to brush my teeth, and when I grabbed the toothbrush, like, it was wet. Like, the handle was wet, and I realized water had, like, dripped down from the bristles, whatever you call it, the brush.
Okay.
And I was like, why are the bristles wet? And then I felt Nathan's toothbrush, and his is completely dry.
Ew.
And I was like, oh, no! And I was like, what the hell? So I went into our room, and I was like, babe, did you use my toothbrush? And he's like, your toothbrush isn't even in there. And I was like,
he thought his toothbrush just multiplied?
We have the same toothbrush, but slightly different colors. His is blue, mine's purple. And they're similar-ish tones, kind of, but it's still very obvious which one's mine and which one's his. And he literally didn't know that my toothbrush was in there for a week. I think he's been using my toothbrush because I didn't have the case on it like I usually do, so he didn't even realize that it was my toothbrush. I honestly think for the entire past week he's been using my toothbrush.
That is so disgusting.
I know. Well, the thing is, like, I don't know why I feel like it's so gross, because it's like, I've had his whole tongue in my mouth. And,
okay, that's a good point.
But, like, for some reason, the idea of, like, the toothbrush, I'm like, I don't know. It feels grosser. Anyway, so yeah, I'm likely to talk about Nathan a lot. That story is an example. And, yeah, we laughed about it, because, like, what am I going to do? Like, you know, whatever, but, I don't know. There's not much about me. I think I have OCD. I definitely have separation anxiety.
I have ADHD.
True. So that's something we're probably likely to
slay.
talk about a lot. We just high-fived, if you were wondering what that was. And, yeah, we both have mental health issues that we'll likely talk about.
I'm starting therapy in 2 days.
Ooh, maybe the next episode should be about therapy.
Oh.
We'll talk about our experiences with therapy.
I tried therapy before and I didn't like it.
Me too. This is why we should talk about it. Yeah, we have a TikTok if you want to follow us on TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
It's we don't use it very often, but we're going to start using it more. It's just Ren Stumpy. I guess maybe putting our, like, handles and stuff randomly 6 minutes into the episode is weird. That's usually, like, a thing to do at the end.
Yeah.
Go ahead and follow us. Anyway, thanks for listening, guys. It's been a great pod. Good 6-minute episode. The end. But yeah, anyway, we just wanted to sort of introduce ourselves today, talk about our lives, why we decided to do this, and who we are. And I think a good way to introduce ourselves... I feel like I'm talking way more than you, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it makes sense, though.
It does kind of make sense. I'm sort of the main
You're
character.
better at this than I am, so
kidding.
that's fine.
I'll let you talk, actually. I'm going to let you go first. I think a good way to introduce ourselves would be to break down the contact... the contact names that we have for each other in our phones. For, I guess, sort of a background on this... Both of us have very long contact names in each other's phones. And it's not something that we made all at once. It's something that we slowly add to throughout time. Every time we have another random thing we choose to add or a funny inside joke or something, we'll be like, I'm making that part of your name. And so over the past, I don't even know how many years.
It's been a while.
We have been adding up. Yeah, it's been a long time. We've cultivated these super long names. They're like paragraphs, basically.
Yeah.
Or full
They're
sentences,
just, like,
at least.
complete nonsense. Yeah, yours is actually just, like, a long name, but mine in your phone is like a paragraph about me for
Basically,
some reason.
yeah, it's more like descriptive words. It's a sentence describing you rather than a name.
It's odd.
Yeah, it is, but we'll get to it.
let's
You
just
go
get into
first.
it.
Talk
Okay.
about my name in your phone.
So, the first word is tonsils, which is spelled lowercase p, capital Tonces. That was because I was, at one point, adding princess to her name. I don't remember why.
I don't remember why either. A lot of these things, I'm going to be honest, I don't fully remember where they came from.
But it was just a horrible, horrible typo, so I ended up writing tonsils.
Yeah, that kind of
When I say it, the P is silent, but you usually say it with not a silent P.
Patonsis, because it sounds funnier.
But to me, the P is silent, so we disagree on that.
It kind of reminds me
my
of...
mom's texting me.
So, great. What did Mom say?
Well, I texted her first, so she's responding to me about something, but,
just out of context,
she asked what time we're coming over.
Oh,
so,
that's actually not that
but,
interesting.
well, before that, she said no, but I actually already had set an alarm to do it tomorrow morning.
Set an alarm to do what?
We need to figure out, like, the insurance for
Okay, this is boring.
therapy.
Never mind. I don't care. I thought it would be more interesting.
That's why I wasn't going to get into it, because it's not interesting.
Okay, sorry. Anyway,
Anyways.
You talking about tonsils reminds me of a story of when I was making a contact name for one of Annie's friends in my phone. She's a friend named Ariana. And as a joke, not even a very funny joke, probably something a lot of people have done before, I was going to put her in my phone as Ariana Grande. Just whatever.
So funny.
Yeah, hilarious.
So unique.
Yeah. Anyways, pure comedy fucking gold. But when I was typing it, I don't know what came over my thumbs, but I could not... Sorry, Annie's cat is in here and it keeps distracting us. She...
The cat is not an
No,
it.
I wasn't talking about the cat as an it. I mean the fact that she's in here.
Okay.
It's distracting us that she's in here. Is what
That makes
I meant.
sense.
Yeah. Anyways, I was typing Ariana Grande, and I don't know what was wrong with my thumbs. They were possessed or something, and I typed Adiana Glands. I have no idea how that came out, but I've kept it that way ever since.
Okay, I'm only one word into
Sorry.
this.
Well, I mean, we have
hurry
an
it up.
hour to go through this. We've got some time.
So, the next word is jung.
Oh, God. This is cringe for me.
Yeah, it's really cringe. It's cringe for both of us. But, way back in the day, I mean, still sort of today,
Uh,
but for a while, we were both very into BTS.
yeah.
We saw them in concert twice, not to brag.
Not to brag.
But Lauren's bias is
if you don't know,
J-Hope.
if you don't know what bias means, if you're not into K-pop, it basically just means your favorite member.
Yes.
And my favorite member was J-Hope.
And his full name is Jung Ho-suk. And so
I wanted to take his last name. His last
Yeah.
name would be Jung.
So it's Jung Ren is the next thing in the name because, her name is Jung Ren.
'Cause
Because
I was
obviously
like,
she's married to
Oppa,
J-Hope.
marry me. I love you, J-Hope. So that's a part of the name.
Yeah. So that's really fun.
Cringe, move on.
And then I don't even know how to explain all of this, but big ol' Stinky is the next part. And again,
Self-explanatory.
I don't remember why I added that.
Take a gander.
Just calling her Stinky.
Take a brief moment to look my direction, and you will understand why it's big ol' Stinky.
Just big ol' Stinky. It's
Big ol'
just
Stinky.
true. And then Charming. I don't remember why I added that.
Well,
It
that
supposed to
was-
be Prince Charming.
It was
Wasn't
Princess
it?
Charming. 'cause
Princess Charming.
For some reason, we
yeah.
thought that was hilarious. That's
But
where the
then-
Charming came from.
Yeah, yeah. So
But
the
you ended up-
tonsils and Charming are connected.
You ended up putting adjectives in the
There have been a
middle.
lot of things that were words that were once next to each other that have been
That have
separated.
now been separated.
It's so stupid.
Well,
but
hold on. Can you actually? Sorry, maybe we should have done this at the beginning. Read the whole thing, and
That is a
then
good
let's
call.
break it down.
Okay, so the whole thing is Tonsils Jung Ren, big ol' stinky charming, asbesty sussy baka girl queen.
No, you can't do.
I
You
can't
have to
even
read
make
it.
Girl queen pussy boss whore, hyung, red bed, pig emoji, the nails getting done emoji, stick.
I don't think that made any sense. Actually, I don't think that made anything better.
Probably not.
That
but-
was just what do you call it when you can't understand something? That was
unintelligible.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's right. Is that right?
I think that's right.
Unintelligible? No.
Wait, is that a word? I'm looking at the
Wait,
mic.
hold on. I'm gonna Google it. That was
Unintelligible, isn't that the word?
I don't think so. One second. Unintelligible. Impossible to understand. Oh my
was right.
gosh, you're the
Oh my God, I'm
smartest
so
person I
smart.
know. I'm gonna add smartest person I know to your contact name. In parentheses at the end. Smartest person I know.
There's already a parentheses
literally.
at the end.
Well, blue team's in parentheses.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Well, yeah, anyway.
Okay.
That's
We'll get
neither
there.
here nor there.
Okay.
But the idea that you're the smartest person I know because you used the word unintelligible is kind of hilarious.
Okay. So
Low standards for
we got
smart.
to charming. The next word is asbesty.
Okay, we both have asbesty in
Yes,
ours.
there are multiple things that are in both of our names.
Yeah.
Asbesty comes from the time when we decided that bestie is actually short for asbestos.
And I don't remember how we came to that. We were just
I don't
joking.
remember.
We were like, I don't know, bouncing stuff off each other, just being funny. And
Yeah, because we're hilarious.
I don't remember
all the
who
time.
it was. One of us came up with the. We said bestie is short for asbestos, and we thought that was so funny.
It is so funny.
It's so funny. It's honestly hilarious to think that. I hope we're not the like. Oh wait, no. I hope. Oh,
What?
I hope we're not the only ones. No, I hope we are the only ones. Oh, what? How do I
I
phrase
hope
this?
we're the only ones who have had that thought so that it doesn't seem unoriginal.
Right. I hope there isn't someone else who's like already said that on the
Yeah.
internet.
I think probably. I don't know.
I don't know.
Seems pretty original.
Well,
but you never know.
It is original, regardless of if someone has said it before or not. We did.
We came up with it
on
on our own, so.
Anyway, it's bestie.
And then we got Sussy Baka. Also
Self-explanatory.
self-explanatory. The sussiest Baka I know.
We both have sussy baka in ours actually, but yours has a special extra bit that we'll get into later.
I can't remember.
Well, then
But
I'll surprise
we'll get into
you
it later. That's great. And then again, it's just girl queen pussy boss.
Yeah, also self-explanatory.
Self-explanatory. A whore. She's just a whore.
I
I don't know.
am such a whore. Another thing I'll probably talk about. If I ever get too detailed into my sex life, just stop me.
Yeah, I will do.
We should have like a button, just like a just press it every time
a
I'm
TMI button.
a TMI button. Oh my gosh! Wait, Kate, we should get that. I feel like that'd be funny.
That probably exists.
TMI button.
You can just click it as like TMI.
A TMI button. You think exists?
I don't know, maybe. A lot of weird things exist.
Okay,
Look it up right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna Google it right now. A TMI button.
While she does that, I will continue.
I don't know how long do you think it takes me to type? I already did that.
Okay, never mind.
There's no...
I underestimated you.
Yeah. When I search for a TMI button, it just comes up with, like, lapel pins or, like, kind of those type of buttons.
Okay, never mind. She was
like
wrong.
Like, safety pin button that's, like, TMI. Yeah. Actually, this is... No, I don't see any of those type, though. So maybe we can make one. We can get one of those, Staples ones. They just go, that was easy.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I have a no button. There's just no.
Oh, yeah, you do.
And that
we
would
can
work,
just use
too.
that. That's perfect.
Yeah.
And it's a different no every time.
True.
There are, like, a bunch of different no's. Anyways, the next word is hyung, which, for those of you who are not familiar
Gosh,
with...
this makes it seem like the most cringy Koreaboo ass...
These were added, like, such a long time ago when we were kind of cringy Koreaboo asses.
We had a phase, guys. I won't... Look.
It wasn't great.
Oh, another thing about
us...
We're not
proud of it.
We're very familiar in the world of fangirling. When I was a young teen, I was a Dan and Phil stan. Okay? That tells you pretty much everything you need to know about me. It's not good. But we have been through some phases in our lives. Yeah. And I'm like almost 25, so I was much younger, but you know,
anyways,
it is what it is.
So the next word, as I said, for those of you not familiar with the Korean language and you know, Korean honorifics
specifically.
It is hyung, which is how a younger male would refer to an older male.
If it's like less than 10 years.
Yeah.
It's like it's like an older brother.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Which, you know, is obviously not what I should be using to refer to Lauren.
No.
At all. Because we are women.
True, she, her.
She, her, yeah. Probably should have mentioned that, I guess. But I thought it was funny to use the wrong honorific for her
queer.
For some reason.
I don't know why we didn't say that in our intros. Both of us are bi, and that will probably be something that we mention.
True. I just gave a thumbs up, in case you're wondering.
For all the audio listeners out there, Annie just gave a thumbs up.
Okay.
Oh, also there will be a video version of this podcast at some point. We're just really stupid and couldn't figure it out today.
Yeah, so we haven't done
It took us 2 hours just to figure out the audio.
Just audio. Because, I mean, we both look like shit today anyway, so it's probably
Wow,
for the
speak
best.
for yourself.
Okay, whatever.
Should we describe our outfits in vivid detail?
Later.
Okay, sorry.
God. So the next thing, this is one of my favorite parts of the name, is in parentheses, red bed. And there's a fair bit of backstory to this one, and I actually do remember the backstory here.
Yeah.
So this was when...
We were in California.
Yes, we were in California for the Head in the Clouds music festival, with Lauren's best friend, Mia. So the three of us went to this music festival together, and we were in our hotel room.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, can you stop doing that?
We've been laughing too much.
Probably true, but
sorry, guys.
Cannot keep a straight face.
Sorry to all of our fans out there.
Anyways, so we were at the hotel. We were in bed just, like, trying to fall asleep, but we just, like, would not stop talking, so we were not falling asleep.
Yeah. Well, and Mia and I were sharing a bed.
Yes.
And Annie was in her own separate bed.
And Lauren and Mia happened to mention that they were both on their periods. We happened to mention,
and we happened to menstruate. Thank you. I'll be here all week.
Anyways, so they happened to mention that they were both on their periods, and they wanted to, you know, make it clear that I was excluded from this.
Yeah, she wasn't in our club.
I was not in the club.
We were the cool red bed.
Were the red bed.
Yeah.
Because, you know.
And she was the blue
And I was blue team. For
not even blue reason. Bed.
I didn't get to be blue bed. I was blue team.
Yeah. Red bed and blue team.
So they just really wanted to make me feel left out, because they're mean.
Can we try to get Perry to meow for the pod?
Yeah, in a minute.
Okay.
Perry's being really cute right now. She's making biscuits on Lauren's bed.
She's working so hard trying to keep up with all the bakery orders.
Honestly, she's going pretty slow.
Yeah, she's not.
You're real lazy.
She does not. She's gonna get fired. Anyway, red bed. That's where that came from.
And then the next thing is a pig emoji. Just because Lauren's got kind of a pig nose.
I do. For all the audio listeners out there, Lauren has kind of a pig nose. We both do. We look alike. We're sisters. But I
I
think
have a pig nose. I have more of a button nose than you have a pig nose.
you wish. I think my nose upturns a little bit more than yours does, though. And I also have somewhat of a pink hue to my skin.
That's true.
I'm a bit pinky.
Well, she's naturally like kind of a redhead. So
True. I'm a ginger, but
we both dye our hair.
I cosplay as a non-ginger.
I'm blonde. I also cosplay as a non-blonde.
Yeah, we both dye our hair like darker.
Yeah.
Brown.
And then the next thing is spelled E-E-A-U-W. I don't really know why.
Perry has
my cat is so cute.
She has now laid down on her biscuits. For all the audio listeners out there, Perry is sleeping.
No, she's not.
Oh, she opened her eyes. Sorry. Okay, keep going. We keep getting distracted.
I'm sorry.
I don't know why I decided to make a podcast with someone who has ADHD. It's the dumbest decision of my
Shut
life.
up! You're so mean. Okay. And then the next thing is another emoji. It's the nails getting painted.
That's just
emoji.
gay.
Yeah. And that accompanied the
You need to hurry. Mine's longer than yours.
Okay, I know. And then the last thing, this is the last part, is stick. And this is something that also correlates to a part of my name in Lauren's phone.
True.
And so, the chapstick brand EOS or EOS, I don't know how you're actually supposed to say it. But they have the, like, eggs of, like, chapstick.
Yeah.
But they also just, like, make it in sticks because, the eggs are super inconvenient and stupid.
And you can buy them in a pack. Like, one flavor, and you can get the little round one, and you can get the stick one together.
So, this is about a time that we bought, it was like a peaches and cream flavor or something.
Yeah.
Really delicious, actually. I love it. But
I broke mine.
Rude.
I tried to super glue it back together, but then it just tasted like super glue.
Anyways.
I'm not going to elaborate.
Okay. But there was a time when we bought one and we were just gonna, like, split it. So I got the egg and Lauren got the stick. So we decided to just add our names. I don't know why. It's literally so stupid.
Well, the thing is, it came up because we were talking about, like, a peaches and cream flavor.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, I have that one. And she was like, oh, I have that one too. And I was like, wait, we bought that together and we
completely
split it.
forgot. I was like, I have the stick one. You're like,
Yeah.
I have the egg one. I was like, oh my gosh, what a weird coincidence.
Yeah, shocking.
Even though we literally bought them together and split.
We are very stupid. Because I'm not convinced that you don't have ADHD, for the record.
Annie likes to diagnose me.
I do. I really do.
I don't know. I don't care if I do, to be honest.
What
am I going to do about it?
I'm not judging. There's nothing wrong with having ADHD. Anyways, so that's Lauren's whole name.
Read it again.
Tonsils, Jung Ren, Big Ol' Stinky Charming, Asbesty, Sussy, Baka, Girl Queen, Pussy Boss, Whore, Hyung, Red Bed, Stick.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that's actually my legal name. That's on my birth certificate.
Alright, now my name in Lauren's phone is much longer.
It is. It's a lot to look at, but I'm gonna read the whole thing. It's Porco Dung Beans Dry... Wait, let me start over. Wait, let me try again. Because I was thinking about something else while I was trying to read. Okay. Porco Dung Beans Dry Hands, Asbesty, Rage Pooped Her Stinky Rancid Shrimpy, Booger Dong, Hot, Sussy Baka, Orange, Swat Crap, No Dick, Diaper Pants, Blue Team, Chase from Paw Patrol Egg.
It's so disgusting. I forgot how gross it is.
Yours is vile. Yours is a putrid name.
So gross.
And I'll try to be quick describing this. There's a lot to get into, but a lot of it is, like, goes along with yours. Mm-hmm. So some of it's already been explained.
So the original name for me in her phone, by the way, was Annie Pants.
True.
And it all went downhill from there.
Yeah, so the pants is still in there. Mm-hmm. It was Annie Pants because that's just a nickname our parents have always called her since she was little.
My dad calls me Annie Pants.
Mostly Dad.
I don't really know why.
Yeah. Dad calls her Annie Pants, just his little nickname. And so she was Annie Pants. And then I learned a story about our grandma, which I think is a really interesting story, about a time that what my mom calls rage pooped. Mm-hmm. And basically, my grandma was just mad about something. She was
like kind of senile at this point.
So our grandma passed away in 2021. Mm-hmm. And before she passed away, she was living at our house for a while, and my parents were taking care of her, and she got kind of crazy into her later ages, and she was not super nice She was kind of mean as she got older, and she just get mad about everything. She was mad when they tried to take her keys away for driving. She was mad when, like, everything, so.
We could do a whole episode.
Oh, we could do a whole episode on Grandma. She never wanted to be put in a home, like, you know. And at one point, I don't even know what she was mad about. Probably a driver's license thing.
I think it was about her car.
And I literally don't have a better word to describe it. She rage pooped. Yeah. She was mad.
So she took a shit and she smeared it all over the walls of the bathroom.
Yeah.
I can't even make this up.
Literally wiped her poop all over the walls of our bathroom in the guest room, right? Because that's what she was saying.
I think it may have actually been in the old house.
Okay. Well, that's irrelevant.
I could be wrong.
Literally doesn't matter where it was. You get the idea. She wiped her poop on the walls. And when I learned this story, I thought that was so funny. And at this point in time, I had already changed Annie's name to Annie Pooped Her Pants because I thought that was funny. Annie Pants, middle name Pooped Her. That's so funny. Pooped Her, I hardly know her. Oh, I'm Curtis Connor now. For the audio listeners, I've just turned into Curtis Connor. Anyway, so Annie Pooped Her Pants became Annie Rage Pooped Her Pants. And then from there...
For the audio listeners, Perry is actually asleep now. Okay, sorry to interrupt. Continue.
I know, just silence while we're staring at the cat. Next time we record, we cannot have a cat in the room. We get distracted too easily.
But she's so cute.
She's so cute. Anyway, so then after that, after it became Annie Rage Pooped Her Pants, it just spiraled. It just became nonsense. And, so that's sort of the beginning structure of this name, just so you understand why it's sort of phrased as a sentence, you know, because it's weird, but, and then Porco, I think, is what came next. And Porco, I think, is really funny.
We remember the story for, actually.
I think it's a funny story. Really it's just most Annie story. Basically, I was cooking pork, like on a frying pan. I was like cooking some pork, and it started to sizzle a lot and like pop. You know how to like spit oil when you cook really greasy things, and it spit some oil at me, and I was like, hold on, like, how did I say? I was like,
hold on there, Porco.
Hold on there, Porco.
I think that's what it was.
I was like, yeah, I was like, calm down, you know, because my pork was freaking out. And I called it Porco. And for some reason, this bitch was like, she's in the room with me, and she just goes, I didn't do anything. And I'm like, I was not talking to you. You just assumed that I was calling you Porco.
It just made sense, though.
It
makes sense for me to be Porco.
Never once before have I ever referred to her as Porco. Like, I have no idea where this came from in her brain. She was like, oh, Porco, that must be me. Yeah, I'm a Porco.
Yeah, I don't know. It just made sense.
And so I was like, what? So that's a self-given name. Annie gave herself that name, Porco. I think it's actually kind of funny. Oh, Mom's calling me. Should I answer it?
Oh, yeah. Put her on the pod.
I don't think she wants it. I'll call her later.
Okay, fine.
Anyways, so then she was Porco, Rage Pooped Her Pants. And the rest of it, I don't remember the order that it came in. That's all I remember up to that point. And then, so I'll just go in order of the name. So we got Dung, because I'm fat phobic. I'm not fat phobic, but Dung means fatty in Korean.
I used to be fat, so...
I used to be fat, and I
am fat.
not to be anymore, and so maybe that's fat phobic in and of itself.
Oh.
Internalized fat phobia could definitely be. Is that I hated my body, and I was like, I need to change this.
I hated your body, too. You were really ugly.
Oh my god! Oh my gosh.
I'm kidding.
For people listening, we're kidding. The both of us are super accepting of all body types.
Except for my own.
Okay. Annie.
That one sucks.
I'm trying to be real.
Okay.
So anyway, but it just means fatty in Korean. That's literally it. Beans, because porco beans kind of just makes sense. It sounds like pork and beans. Porco dung beans.
Yeah.
Mom wants to know if we're coming for dinner tonight. We've just been ignoring her this whole podcast. Oh my gosh. Sorry, Mom. Yes. We're coming for dinner tonight. Anyways, back to the actual topic. Dry hands. I remember this one too. There was time me and all my friends were hot tubbing, and Annie didn't want to get in the hot tub, so we designated her she was the designated dry hands, so she was in charge of handing us snacks when we couldn't grab them because our hands were wet. And that's that. And a lot of this isn't really funny when you like get into it. It's just funny when it's all together. Yeah. Asbesty, we explained. Rage pooped, I got into. And then I really don't know how to explain the rest of this. Rage pooped her, and then the rest of this is just describing the pants, I guess. Yeah. So, Rage pooped her pants, but it's her stinky, rancid, shrimpy, booger dong, hot, sussy baka orin, sweat crap, no dick diaper pants. And I have no idea where, like, half of this came from. I remember originally this was hot diaper, and that was because I was at work one day, And I used to work at a gas station, and we sold like hot dogs and stuff on those like roller grills, you know. And there was like a note on the computer that was like, it just said like hot dog buns, just a reminder to buy more hot dog buns because we had run out at the gas station. And for some reason when I looked at it, I thought it said hot diaper. And I just thought that was funny. And Annie wasn't even there, and I just added it.
I didn't even know that that's where that came from.
That is where it came from. I just added it to your name. You weren't even there, and I was like, that sounds like something.
Usually we only add things when we're together.
I think that's the only one that's been added that wasn't a group effort or whatever. Yeah. So originally it was hot diaper, but hot and diaper are very far apart from each other now. So, stinky rancid shrimpy booger. I don't know. Just gross words I put in. I don't know. They all had reasons, I know, but I couldn't tell you. Either. Dong. Yeah. It's funny how dong is in here, but also no dick is in here.
Oh yeah, that's lovely.
So that's contradictory. But then Sussy Baka Orin. So this has a story. We were talking about earlier, we both have Sussy Baka in it, but I mentioned that mine has a little extra part, and mine is the Orin part. So when Annie was little... Actually, do you want to tell this? It's your story.
Sure. Okay. So, how old was I probably?
Oh, like 6. Like, you were little. I mean, you could barely spell.
Well, we lived in Mapleton already, though.
Did we?
Yeah.
So,
probably
we're from Utah.
Yeah.
By the way. Mapleton's a city in Utah, and we've moved around. We've lived in different places.
My dad was in the, military for a long time, so we moved around a lot.
And we moved to Utah in, 2010. So you would have been 7?
Yeah, so I was, 7 or 8, probably.
Okay.
And I wanted an Easy Bake Oven for Christmas. And...
For all the audio listeners out there, Perry has now put her head down. Anyway, she wanted an Easy Bake Oven for Christmas.
Okay. So, I have always, and still do, just had, the worst handwriting ever. It's not something I care to, make better.
You should.
I just have really bad handwriting.
It's awful.
I know I probably should. It's embarrassing.
Truly ass.
It's just so horrible.
It's disgusting.
So when I was 7 or 8 or however old I was, it was really, really
Dude, can you imagine if you were, a big-time celebrity and someone asked you for an autograph and you just put this, kindergarten-ass handwriting on their thing?
That would be hilarious, actually.
The E's, backwards.
We are getting famous off of this podcast.
Oh,
so
true.
Happening.
We're gonna be the most famous people in the world.
Exactly.
Next year, we'll be on Jimmy Fallon. That's the goal.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't like Jimmy Fallon that much. If you were to be on a talk show, who would you want to be with?
I don't know.
I don't really
I
know
used to
either.
think James Corden was cool, but now I don't.
I've changed my mind.
He is
as of late.
embarrassing now.
Yeah, I don't, honestly, a lot of the talk show hosts, I'm kind of just
yeah.
No.
Anyways.
Oh, sorry.
So, I was also a kid, so I couldn't spell super well either.
Mm-hmm.
So I wrote a Christmas list, and on the list I wrote Easy Bake Oven.
Kinda.
But it really looked like it said S.I. Baka Orin.
Yeah, because I think you spelled easy, E-S-S-Y.
Yeah, so easy was spelled wrong.
Yeah.
Bake, I think the handwriting was just bad, and the
E just
looked
looked
like
kind
an
of,
A.
Yeah, Baka.
And then Orin for oven, the V just looked like shit, and it looked like an R somehow.
Yeah. So basically, we would make fun of her all the time.
They made fun of me for such a long time.
When we were young.
I was literally
we
just
have a lot of
kid.
siblings. There are 5 of us in our family.
And I'm the youngest, so...
We come from a Mormon family. That's how we were raised. Mm-hmm. So our parents had a lot of kids. Yeah. And, yeah, so we all just gave her so much shit. And
and since I was the youngest, I was often made fun of for just, normal kid things.
Yeah, true.
You know?
We were really mean. But,
we were really mean.
So S.I. Baka Orin, and then, as time went on, and then sometime within the past few years, people would, make those... whatever, Sussy Baka became a meme or something. And it reminded me of the Baka Orin, the S.I. Baka Orin. So I put Sussy Baka, but I added Orin for the Easy Bake Oven reference.
So that's lovely.
S.I. Baka Orin, super good. Swat crap. Yeah, I don't know.
That one happened with Mia.
It was a sweaty... No, it didn't.
I thought she was there.
No, it doesn't matter. But it was supposed to be a portmanteau of sweaty and butt crack. Mm-hmm. And, so, swat crack. But then I just thought it'd be funny to make a crap instead.
Yeah.
Swat crap. I don't know. A lot of this is just potty humor. We're so immature.
Gross. We get this from our dad.
We do.
Our dad is literally so gross.
our dad's a big fan of potty humor, and our mom...
Even though he would punish us for using potty humor as kids, which is whatever.
True. He'd, tortured us. He would put Tabasco sauce on our... No, he'd put Tabasco sauce on our tongues when we were, friggin' 6 years old.
Yeah.
And he called it Owie Mouth.
And eventually, like,
we
the older
grew a
siblings,
spice tolerance.
they just liked spicy stuff, so it didn't bother them
So
anymore.
then he would spray cooking oil in our mouths.
Yeah, but I continued hating spicy food.
Like
Still
Pam.
to this day, I don't love spicy food.
You know, like cooking, like spray, like oil spray. Yeah, he'd spray
So
that
he
in our
kept doing
mouths.
the hot sauce for me.
And that would be
but
like if we said potty words or swear words or whatever.
Sometimes it was soap.
Soap! We'd put soap in our
Yeah.
mouths.
That's a pretty common punishment. A lot of parents do that.
Yeah, well,
which
I
is
feel like
messed up.
Okay,
by the
I
way.
feel like it was common like way back in the day. Like, you know, A Christmas
Yeah.
Story?
Yeah,
that like
yeah.
classic Christmas
Hate that
movie.
movie.
They put the bar of soap in his mouth because that was like a classic punishment. You say a bad
Yeah.
word and like you're getting soap in
Controversial
your mouth.
opinion: that movie sucks actual ass.
Non-controversial
I do not like that
opinion:
movie.
don't torture your kids' mouths when they say bad things.
You might be onto something there.
Maybe controversial opinion. I think kids should be able to swear.
Okay, mom's calling me again.
Oh my gosh, text her. Just text her.
I did text her.
Text her. I can't answer the phone right now. Say
Tell
we'll
her I was in the shower.
say
or
we'll
something.
call her in like 10 minutes.
Oh, she texted me again. I'll just respond to the text again.
Oh my gosh, she's probably so annoyed.
Can we
we're
do
not
dinner at
responding.
5? What time is it right now?
It's
Do we have time for
3:20.
that? Yeah, we're good.
I think we're just talking about random stuff that's not relevant to the podcast at all. People are just listening to our personal lives. Anyway, I don't remember what I was talking about now. Oh, controversial opinion. I think kids should be able to swear.
Honestly, what is the harm in swearing?
Because they're gonna grow up to swear
They're
anyway.
just words. It's like
Literally everyone swears as
really
an
don't
adult.
get it.
Even if you are like super religious or whatever.
yeah,
like,
I know a ton of Mormon people.
our
who
parents
swear
are
anyways.
still Mormon. Both of them swear.
Yeah, so,
Mom
I
maybe
don't
less
really know
than
what they
dad,
expect
but they
from
still
us.
both do.
Yeah,
Like,
it's dumb.
Yeah.
but whatever.
anyways, so then we get to blue team, which we described, the red bed blue team. And then ew, which we also have the same, just like, ew. We just went through a phase where we both said that a lot at the end of everything.
I go through a lot of phases where I have like a word that I just can't stop saying. Right now it's slay, which
Slay.
is really embarrassing, honestly.
Slay. I made Nathan say slay, and he didn't like it. He didn't like having to say it. I forced him. I pinned him
shocking.
down with a knife, and I was like, say slay!
Oh my gosh.
No, I didn't. I just said, please for me. Okay.
Continue.
Anyway, and then we have Chase from Paw Patrol,
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
which this comes from when Mia, my best friend, and I we were doing a Halloween costume a couple of years ago. I think it's 2021.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Because
So-
it was when I was
Yes.
at college.
Yeah.
In
Yes.
college.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was 2021. We were dressing as Scooby and Shaggy. And then, like, Halloween kept getting closer and closer. Annie didn't have a costume.
I never
And-
dress up for Halloween.
and
I
we're
just
like,
don't like it very much.
Let's do, like, something. You can do something with us. We're like, we could get you, like Velma or Fred or something, like, going along with our costumes. And we decided what would actually be really good would be, like, Scrappy-Doo. Annie just gives very Scrappy-Doo vibes.
That's true, I do. I
She's
can't lie.
Stumpy, Porco, Scrappy, you know? Oh, Stumpy's actually not in her name, which is interesting.
That's weird.
Yeah. Anyways, so we were trying to find a Scrappy-Doo costume, and it was, like, either the day of or, like, the day before
Yeah,
Halloween.
And, you know, what we realized is Scrappy-Doo costumes don't exist.
They do exist, but the day of Halloween, it's hard to find. And we were going to all the Spirit Halloweens, like, everything was taken. Like, the shelves were bone dry, and it was, like, it was not working out. But, what we did find a lot of were Chase from Paw Patrol costumes. And I was like, you know, he looks close enough. You could just be Chase from Paw Patrol, and we call it good. And she didn't want to do that. We thought it was funny. She refused. But, we liked the idea so much that we just continued to refer to Annie as Chase from Paw Patrol. Because that's just
And
kind of her
then
vibe.
it mostly ended up being just an inside joke with me and Mia.
Yeah, and since
And
then
Mia
it's-
gets me Paw Patrol themed gifts all the time.
Yeah, any birthday or Christmas that comes up, it's
Even for Valentine's Day, she got me
Even
a Chase
for
from Paw
Valentine's
Patrol
Day.
Pez this year.
yeah. See, so it's like Annie owns a lot of Paw Patrol
I
things.
really do.
But all of it has come from Mia because Mia just thinks of her as Chase.
Yep.
And that's also, there's a funny story about we have a young cousin. Sort of. She's
Our cousin's
little,
daughter.
Yeah, our cousin's daughter. She's a little girl. I wasn't there. You should tell the story.
Oh, okay. Basically, it was right after the Paw Patrol movie came out. She loved Paw Patrol. So they went to see the movie. She loved it so much. And then, like, I don't really even remember how it came up. But basically, we were just having, like, a family barbecue, and she was there.
And someone referred to her as like a little girl or something.
Yeah, and
right?
she said, I'm not a girl. I'm Chase from Paw Patrol.
Like it's a gender.
Like, yeah. I identify as Chase from Paw Patrol.
Non-binary, Chase from Paw Patrol.
Yeah, exactly.
Gender fluid. All the options. And Chase from Paw Patrol is one of them. It's a gender. Yeah.
Yeah. And I just thought that was so
we thought that was really funny.
And so funny.
I'm not a girl. I'm Chase from Paw Patrol. That's my gender identity. And you know what? Slay.
Yeah, we love that.
So then Chase from Paw Patrol, and then egg is the last part because the stick and egg.
Stick and the egg.
And and she has the clown emoji because it's just her vibe. It's for all my contact pictures and stuff in my phone, I do emojis for everyone instead of photos. And Annie has had the clown emoji for friggin' ever.
Yep.
So that's part of the name too, and I feel like that's a pretty good way to, I don't know, describe us through the content because it brings up stories from our past and things. It shows how we view one another.
Yeah.
I view you as stinky and rancid.
And you see me as just a little guy. That's what you always say.
Okay, for the audio listeners out there who aren't looking at Annie's just like a caterpillar. She's just like a little thing. Just a little caterpillar with a baseball cap on. Or like, you know that bug in Mulan? The lucky beetle thing that like ping.
What?
Have you seen Mulan?
I haven't seen it in
Disney
a long time.
Well, I mean, I don't know if there's any other version of Mulan actually.
No, there's just
the
one.
animated
I mean, there's the live action one.
Oh, I never saw that actually. But the animated one.
Fine. They took out Li Shang, which was
they
really
have the
upsetting.
lucky.
Really
it's a cricket. It's a lucky cricket.
I think I'm with you now.
Okay, but it looks like a beetle to me because it's like blue. It's like a blue cricket. Is it blue?
I do not remember.
Hold on, I'm gonna Google this thing. Anyways, if people listening know what I'm talking about, Lucky Cricket Mulan. Oh, see? This little guy. See, it's like blue and purple. Look at it.
Mom's all worried about me now. She just said, "You okay?"
Oh my gosh. We'll get back to her in a bit.
Back.
We can call her together.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, anyway, he's like blue and purple, so he doesn't really look like a cricket. He looks like some other kind of bug. But that's Annie's vibe. She's just this little bug. Annie's just a little bug. What's my vibe? If you were to vibe me? If you were to describe my vibe as like a, like a thing, an object, or a character, what would you say is my vibe? You're just a little bug. Or Chase from Paw Patrol.
I am very much Chase from Paw Patrol.
Even though we've never seen Paw Patrol.
Not one
No
episode.
idea what his personality is actually like.
Not at all.
He's a cop, so...
I don't know. I'm not good at vibe checking. Oh, yeah.
So, don't know about that.
I don't...
Vibe check.
What's your vibe? I don't know.
Tell me my vibe.
Like a... I keep thinking tree. I don't know why.
Well, if that's what you keep thinking, maybe there's like a sign there.
But just like kind of a sad twiggy tree.
A sad twiggy tree?
Yeah.
Because I have a flat ass?
A little bit, maybe.
Damn.
Is that too harsh?
Well, yeah, I feel like my description of you was like, nice. Here's the little bug. Just a little guy.
I don't know, that's just how I felt.
Or like, in My Neighbor Totoro?
Yeah.
You know the little dust mites?
Yeah.
Annie. Annie's just a little dust mite.
Sure, yeah.
Or in Spirited Away, they have the same kind of things, the little black ball things, spiky balls.
And Spirited Away, too. I haven't seen that in forever.
Well, I don't think they're exactly the same thing, but they're a similar
I've only
type
seen Spirited
of...
Away once, I think.
Spirited...
Also, what were we... You started talking about something while we were going through the names, and I told you to wait until we were done going through the names, and then I realized that was a mistake because I forgot what it was that you were going to say.
Oh, well, that's your fault. These guys, in Spirited Away, these little black fuzzy things.
Oh, yeah.
That's you. You're just a little guy. Susuwatari? Definitely said that wrong. Oh, wait, they're in... Okay, alright, I was right. They're the same thing.
Yeah,
it says they show up in My Neighbor Totoro and Spirited Away. So they are actually the same things.
I didn't realize they were in both.
I didn't realize that until I saw it on this website. Anyway, what's my... So, sad, twiggy tree... Like the one in Charlie Brown?
No, I had that thought, but no. More like, the trees in front of Mom and Dad's house, the ones that are just, like, in the middle of the lawn.
This isn't gonna describe anything to the people listening.
Well,
also, no, I don't know what you're talking about.
But, like, a few years ago when they were still smaller.
Like I'm a small tree that hasn't fully grown?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not like a sad, pathetic tree.
Do I grow...
I'm growing. And you're never gonna keep growing. You're done growing.
Do I grow fruit?
No nutrients in your soil.
Do I produce fruit?
No.
Okay.
You just attract a lot of bugs.
Okay. Well, you're a bug.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! So we go together.
No,
It's like
I don't know that that's right. I really don't know how to describe you.
Nathan's vibe, if you're wondering. He's kind of like an otter.
Yeah, that's true.
Nathan's an otter. And I don't know how else to describe it. He's just a little otter. And not like in the gay way.
There's a gay way?
Well, you know, like the different...
I just realized I'm turned fully away from my mic.
You're backwards from your mic. You forgot we're recording. You're just having a conversation with me now.
I move so much, I can't get comfortable. I'm gay, so I sit like an idiot.
Speaking of gay, let me get back to what I was talking about.
Okay.
In the gay way, you know how there are categories of gay men? Twinks, bears, right?
Yeah.
Otter is one of them.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it's like... How
I'm
would I
not a
describe
gay man, so
it's
I'm not
sort
up to
of
date on
like,
all that.
well, I am a gay man,
Oh,
so
okay,
I
right.
have
I knew
the
that.
authority to speak on this. I'm not a gay man. For the audio listeners out there, we can't keep doing this bit, because I'll do this on every episode, and I need to not.
It's good, I like it.
Well, once we get a video form, I can stop doing that. Anyways.
I mean, there'll still be just audio listeners, though, so they
Yeah,
still need to know.
Piss off. So, God, you distracted. I was describing otters. So, an otter is like a slender man. Not slender man, but so an otter stalks you in the forest, and you have to find these signs. No, he's... I would describe an otter as like a trim man, maybe like a swimmer's body type thing.
Okay.
But like, and can be a little hairy, maybe a beard, like a bear, but slim. Do you know what I mean?
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, that's like an otter. Kind of. Like, I'm trying to think of, maybe famous gay men that I would put into the otter category. I bet I could find, like, a list. I bet there's, like, a fucking BuzzFeed article about famous otters in the gay community. Hold on.
Didn't Zoe Deschanel name her child Otter?
Did she?
I think so.
Zoe Deschanel kids. Charlie and Elsie. Oh, Elsie's middle name is Otter.
Oh, okay.
And Charlie's middle name is Wolf. So,
that is so dumb.
Why do celebrities always do, like, themes with kids' names? They don't need to do that.
For the audio listeners, I am now holding Perry.
Oh, for the audio listeners out there, Annie is now holding Perry in her arms. She woke her up. She's a bad cat owner.
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Gay otter. What is
really
it?
nice
What
it,
does
though.
it mean? Look, we found an article. Let's read about otters. This is an educational podcast. Oh my god, there's a flag. There's an otter flag.
Oh, lovely.
That's so funny. Oh, did you see it? Or did the ad pop up?
I saw it. Had an otter.
So, within the LGBT community, otter is a term to describe a type of gay man. Otters generally have a lot of body hair, much like bears, but are smaller in frame and or weigh considerably less than bears.
Okay.
Otters are usually found in the vicinity of bears. What? Don't know how that makes sense, but... And the two can often be found at the same meetups, events, and gatherings. Well, they are gay men, so...
Okay, I think you explained that well.
Yeah. Well, I found it... I didn't explain it.
Well,
Someone
no,
else
like before,
wrote this.
when you were talking
Oh.
You explained it very similar
Yeah.
to that.
But, like, you get the idea, right?
Yeah.
Am I an otter? Ooh, should I take the quiz?
No. I think we can...
Should we take quizzes?
can
What
say
kind
that
of gay
you're
man
not
are you?
I don't want to do that.
20 otters to follow on Instagram to celebrate Pride Week. Pride Week, it's a whole month. Okay, well... Nothing says gay summer like a furry guy.
Perry,
Okay,
say
that's a
something.
weird thing to say, but... Oh, Perry's
That
debut.
was Perry. Perry's
These
on the
are
pod.
some images to help you understand.
Those people all look horrible.
Hey! Horrible! That's homophobic.
They just look annoying.
Anyway,
It's like the way they were
Nathan's
taking
not
the
an
pictures,
otter
it
in
was
that
annoying.
way, but just like the animal, just like the vibe of it, you know?
Yeah, no, you're right.
Anyway, that was totally off topic, but
How long have we been doing this?
we've been doing it for 48 minutes and 52 seconds.
Alrighty.
So we should probably get things
cool.
wrapped up soon. Should we do Song of the Week? I think we're gonna do song recommendations each week.
Yeah.
What's your recommendation?
I
What have you been listening to the most this week?
don't know.
do you think?
I have multiple. Two of my favorite artists release music.
Well,
in the
just do
last,
one.
couple
Save
weeks.
save one for next time.
So I'm saying it's hard. It's a hard choice.
Yeah.
But probably I'd have to go with Cupid by 50/50. They're a new Korean girl group that I really like.
I
I
do
personally am still fairly into K-pop, by the way. Lauren is not like as involved with it anymore. No. I'm not like a crazy fangirl or anything, but I still listen to it a fair bit because I mean the music is fantastic. I can't lie. So
no, I stand by that. There's a lot of good music in the Korean music industry, but I just don't. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't really listen to it as much as I used to. Yeah, I don't know. But okay, good recommendation. Mm-hmm. I think actually I've never listened to the song, so I don't know.
I put it on my Instagram story yesterday.
My microphone was turned off, or my sound was turned off, and I didn't turn it on. I just skipped past. I'm gonna be honest.
Screw you. You suck.
Yeah, well, I did.
I put a lot of effort into choosing the right clip.
I'm sure you did. I need to fart, so let's wrap this up. My recommendation this week is going to be 10 out of 10 by Troye Sivan. Because I discovered that song a few weeks ago. I have been a Troye Sivan fan since, like, day one. From when he was a little tot, and he was putting up song covers on YouTube when he was just a little teen. And,
stop talking like that.
A little teen. And I've always listened to all of his music. Mm-hmm. And I don't know what it is. If someone listening can explain this to me, because did I miss something in the Troye Sivan fandom? The song 10 out of 10 is not on the physical CD, and I own the CD for the In a Dream EP is what it's on, and I own the CD and it's not on there. And then I swear to God it was released like later than all the other songs on like streaming platforms like Apple Music and Spotify, like didn't get the song as early as like the rest of the songs were released. Like, did he do a special, like, later release of it? Is it, like, a bonus track? I don't know. Somehow I never heard about it, though. And I was listening to a Troye Sivan playlist. And it came up. And I was like, wait, how do I not know this song? I was so confused. And I looked into it. And I was like, where did this come from? Like, anyways, it's a super, super good song. It's time to be real.
Oh, my God, it's time to be real.
Anyways, it's a really good song. And I suggest it. If you haven't heard of it, if you're like me and you somehow missed it, then listen to it, because it's really good. Oh, I accidentally took the picture. I forgot how Be Real worked, and I
can't really tell that that's Perry in that.
I look so weird.
It just looks like a ball in the corner.
Okay, this is being my Be Real. We're gonna take our Be Real really quick, and then we're gonna get on out of here. We're gonna end this episode.
I don't have to be in that part of your Be Real. You can take a picture of me.
Fine, I wanted you to be in the selfie part, okay, but it's fine. Okay, I like how we're just silent. Anyways, well, I think that kind of wraps it up. I think that gives you a good idea of who we are, what we're all about. Mm-hmm. Go listen to those songs, both of them. I'll listen to your song recommendations since I didn't listen to it earlier, and you'll listen to mine. Anyway, I need to fart still, so I'm gonna go do that. Thank you for listening. If you did, if you didn't, then you're not hearing this, so I'm not talking to you. What's your little send-off message for the folks out there?
Bye.
Bye. We'll be uploading weekly.
Maybe.
Wednesdays. Well, Ren and Stumpy Wednesdays. Ren's slays. Ren. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hump day, stump day.
Yeah. That's so horrible.
Yeah, it is.
Why am I Stumpy?
Because you are. There's literally no changing it at this point. We can't go back. Anyway,
Is it even legal for us to be Ren and Stumpy?
We'll find out when we get sued. It's not Stimpy. It is meant to be a play on Ren and Stimpy, if you couldn't figure that out on your own because you're a dumbass. I'm gonna feel really bad if someone didn't hear that and didn't figure it out on their own and they heard me call them a dumbass and they're like, oh, sorry, I just didn't get it.
That's their fault for being a dumbass.
Anyways, we're wrapping it up and we're really bad at wrapping it up. We need to end.
That is true.
Thank you for listening if you did, and we will post again next week and we're gonna keep doing this.
Yep.
And if no one ever listens, we don't care. We're gonna keep going.
But you know, we are determined.
Shout
we will be famous.
To our fans out there. Do we have a name for our fans? Stumpers. Shout out to all the stumpers out there.
That's horrible, and we will be thinking of something else.
Okay. Well, love you guys. Maybe, unless you're a bad person.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
You might suck, so you never know. But
all right.
Bye.
Bye.